welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing my new liquids from Mama Makes Her Own Dips, as well as doing a full Mama Makes Her Own Dips manicure with a couple of different colors from her collection. So the first color that I'm going to be using is called Merida, and it's named after the Disney Brave character, I believe, and it's beautiful. I love this color. The other color I will be using is Hera, and this is part of a collection that Mama Makes Her Own Dips made with some other colors. It's really beautiful. It's like a purpley grayish kind of color, but more on the purple side. And then I'm going to be doing a little bit of a vertical ombre and one color in this really pretty black flake called Saol, and it's got different multicolor flakes in it, but definitely has the teal color and the purple color, so it all kind of goes together. Mama Makes Her Own Dips is on Etsy, so I will link that in the box below. And right off the bat, I like the consistency of her liquids because they're nice and thin. I like a thinner liquid. It's not so thin that it runs all over the place, but it's thin enough that it's not too heavy on my nail. So when I pick up a layer, I get a very nice thin layer. And then I'm also spooning over the powder this time around to create a thinner layer. And then in reading her directions, she says to wipe off the brush after you're done with like a powder application. So when you're going to put on the second layer, to wipe off the brush. So I just wipe off the brush frequently anyway out of habit. And I really like that she gave that direction because I have definitely contaminated a base before, and I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. So I really like that direction. The other thing that I love when I order from her, and this is like the silliest thing, is her orange wood sticks are so pointy. She sends you like a free orange wood stick with every order, and I love the orange wood sticks that she sends. Like, it's hard to find a good sharp orange wood stick. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but hers are amazing. So I always love when I order from her and I get a fresh orange wood stick, and I'd like to order from her pretty often. I probably have about 2 orders that I'm waiting on. She just keeps churning out some really great powders, and I feel like they're different than what you typically get. So I'm constantly on that Etsy page and on her Facebook group and also her Instagram. So if you want to follow Mama Makes Her Own Dips to see what she comes out with, I highly recommend following her Facebook group and her Instagram because you will get the latest from her. She's in there pretty frequently, and if she's not, she'll tell you. So here I am doing my first ombre nail. I am starting with the, I guess, greenish bluish color, like teal, the teal color. That's what greenish bluish is teal. And then I'm putting on the flaky color, the black flake color to start. And then I'm just letting that soak in. And while I'm letting that soak in, I'm just going to nail magic through my second application of the teal color on my thumb. I'll also shout out Kayla. She, from Totally Kayla, she gave me the tip on putting full coverage tips on, and that's what I have on my nails. So that's why my shape is like totally perfect and awesome. I got these tips from Virgo and Gem. Virgo and Gem has tips for sale that are medium length versus the long length, so I didn't have to do anything to these tips. I put them on, and that's the length that they are. And I like filed off the little thing that's at the top of the tip. Like, there's always like a little plastic burr. I filed that off, and this is what they look like. So lazy girl, easy shaping. I highly recommend them. I will link them below. So now I'm going in with my second ombre, and I'm switching up the order in which I'm putting this ombre on. I'm doing the glitter color first. Well, I guess it's more of a flake. And then I'm doing the solid color. And then I think I do a little bit of damage control because I think I went too far with one of the colors. Because this is like a flaky color, it's not very pigmented to like stand out on its own, and I feel like the solid color was overpowering it a little bit, so I do a little bit of fixing on that nail. And now for my middle finger, I'm going to do a full dip of the black flake color, and then on my pinky I'll be doing the purple color, And then on my ring finger, I'll be doing the ombre of the black flaky color and the purple. So it kind of looks like the middle nail is like spreading colors to the nails next to it. So there's my full dip into the flake, and I like to lay my finger down. Even though these flakes are pretty fine, I only have a sample of this. I actually won this sample on her Facebook group. I got to pick 7 samples, which I was obsessed with because these samples go really far, so I can just build and build onto my colors that I have from her, which is great. So I lay into the sample color because I don't have a lot of it, and that way I can get a nice flat application of the flake. So here you see me doing a little damage control because I went a little too far with the teal color, and I'm just wanting a little bit more of the flaky color. So I'm just going in and putting on some more of the flaky color to my liking, and then I end up putting just a little bit more of the teal color right where the fade is, so it turns out a little bit better. And that's the one thing I do like about ombre is you can really just kind of mess with the coverage that you're getting to make it what you want it to be. It's pretty easy to do, and it's not like it's like set in stone or anything like that. You can always fix it up if you need to. So I'm going to run through a little nail magic here to finish my middle finger, and then I'm going to move into the application of the color on my pinky finger and then do the ombre on my ring finger. While I'm doing that, if you're new here, hi, my name is Stacy, and I love dip nails, and I also love wine. So my channel is called Wine and Dip Nails because I like to review a wine for you while you watch me do my nails, kind of towards the end of the video. So you can, I don't know, maybe broaden your horizons a little bit on your wine palette. And if you like wine the way that I do, I love the variety that wine offers, and it's always nice to switch it up and hear about new and different wines. I'm always looking to try new and different wines. So, let me know if you ever have tried any of the wines that I offer. Or something similar to it. The good thing about wines is you probably haven't, because there's so many different varieties and everyone is in different regions and has different things available to them that it's always a new adventure. So I finished doing the application on my pinky, and now I'm ready to do some ombre on my ring finger. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my pointer finger, where I am taking the solid color first and putting that on the outside, and then putting the flaky color on the inside. So I'll let you watch this, and then I go in and activate some nails too. So I like to activate the nails that are ready if my other nails aren't ready yet, because then I have less waiting time when I apply the activator. Between filing and buffing. And then I also do leave a little bit of filing in here. So I'll be back to talk through after I have activated and when I am ready to file and buff. I'm back. So I went ahead and finished up all of the nails. I also clear capped my pointer finger, my middle finger, and my ring finger to protect the design and the flakes. I didn't clear cap my solid fingers, and I just was tapping on the nail to see if it was ready for me to file and buff. And it is. So this is just kind of a quick version of what I like to do with my eFile. I have these really great little bits that I will link in the description below. And I like to just mainly focus around the cuticle area. So I go around the cuticle and then I just smooth over each nail with the bit. And then that's it, and then I just buff it down and it's ready to go. So it's really a great process because with the liquids that I've been using, they're so thin that it doesn't really require me to do a lot of work on the filing and buffing front. So here's the wine that I'm reviewing today. It is a 2015 Oberon Chardonnay from Los Cañeros, California. And on the website followwine.com, it has 87 points with Wine Enthusiast and 89 points with Wine Spectator. So I'll just review this wine a little bit while you watch me do my activator and then also my top coat. I think I cut out doing my right hand because it just is kind of slow and I don't want you to have to watch all of that. It's very repetitive. So the Chardonnay from Oberon, it is very fresh. For me, it's not really oaky or buttery, but more fruity. So I know a lot of Chardonnays could be kind of on the buttery side. This one definitely was more fruit forward. For some reason, I've been loving Chardonnay lately. I'm on this Chardonnay kick, and this one is definitely my favorite of all the Chardonnays that I had. So Chardonnay grapes grow in practically every wine producing country in the world. Because it can grow in a variety of climates, and it's also a very popular wine. So winemakers like to put Chardonnay in their line because they think it will sell better, and it probably does. Chardonnay is traditionally aged in oak, but there are unoaked varietals as well. A classic Chardonnay is typically dry, but some of the more inexpensive Chardonnays are actually a little sweet. The Oberon Chardonnay was mostly dry, but did have a 0.6% muscat added. And to me, it tasted like apple and it was delicious. I highly recommend it if you can find it. So here I am putting on my second coat of the top coat. Mama Makes Her Own Dips has like a dual purpose base coat. So her base coat is also her top coat, which is another reason why it's really important that you don't contaminate it, and she tells you to wipe off your brush after every powder application because you want to make sure that your top coat is good. So here is my nails after they've gotten 2 coats of top coat each, and I'm going to let them dry for a little bit before I put on some cuticle oil. Today my cuticle oil of choice is Basic Witch by Grimes Ridge. It's pumpkin spice scented and it's absolutely delightful. I love Grime Ribs products. So now after I apply this, you'll see the completed mani, and I hope that you liked this mani. It definitely was one of my favorites. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.